Well, it's 6 minutes to 7, and it's still daylight. Hey, it's in the post. Sundays when the clocks go forward here, so. Cheers, Daniel. How are you, my brother? So yeah, one more Sunday to go, and it'll be daylight time. It's still bright now, but yeah. Hello, Joan, darling. The nights are starting to stretch, which is a good thing. Yeah. Oh. For a donder. Nayar TV, hello. Hello, squirrel. It's been a minute with you. Hope you're well. I like this thing. You win every time. It's great. No. That. Okay. I'm alright. I swear people don't know how to drive. Hey, Kathy. I swear people don't know how to drive. It must be a 21st century thing that people don't know how to drive. But hey ho. Nah. Nah. Oh. So what's everybody up to? Me? What am I up to? Nothing. Nothing much. Select the sentence that uses the following definition of draw. Draw is a verb that means to create a picture using lines and marks. In art class, I love to draw pictures of animals. B, they wanted to draw names of to determine the teams for soccer. I think the answer is A. Well, first you've got to use your head before you start using weapons. First you use this before you use them. There you go. And if anybody knows the film that I'm on about when the words were spoken, came from Braveheart. Wallace's uncle, Argyle, said use this before you use your sword. Like I say, I don't have a problem with English. I've got a problem with Westminster. And as long as I'm alive and breathing, that will always be the case until the people know exactly where we stand. Because one bee can't make a difference. But if you've got a swarm of bees, people run. So be a bee, my friend. Because even hornets get cooked alive by bees. Don't be a hornet. It's about time Keir Starmer stood aside and quit before he is pushed out the door and lands on his face in dog shit, which would be ample justice because a lettuce lasted longer than a prime minister. We need a cabbage or the biggest long-lasting vegetable known to humans that will never rot as a prime minister. Now, I don't know what kind of vegetable we're on about, but a vegetable nonetheless. Exactly. You don't need to tell me that, squirrel. I know exactly what needs to happen. We all do. But unfortunately, people are still blinded. They think that they know things when they don't. in my eyes, what needs to be done is for them to disappear. Their day is done. I never voted for politics. I voted for change. But I have never, ever backed any unionist party. I'd rather have our own way of looking at things. Excuse me, Ross. Get a couple of food cans. Black one. Large one.
Two of them.
White one at the top. Thank you. Cheers, Manny. Hey, Guru. Guru. And they say give Labour a chance, and I just laugh at both parties the same part. Exactly. Red Tory, blue Tory. Tory's a Tory. Lib Dem are yellow belly Tories. Yellow meaning cowardly. I'm fine, man. I'll give you that and that. And if you vote for Reform or UKIP or whatever it's called, you're no use to me either. Cheers, brother. Yeah. And what colour's UKIP? Purple. See you after, brother. I will do. Yeah, you get purple. What colour's purple? What does purple stand for? UKIP. red and blue. Mix it in one big massive blender. You get purple. Go figure. What's purple? What's purple? Right? I mean, why blue? Why red? Why yellow? Right? Okay, when I say yellow, right? SNP are yellow. I'll tell you something, I wish SNP would change their colour from yellow to something more predominantly Scottish. Like Alba. What colour's their thing? White, blue, yellow. Yellow, the colour yellow, right, it means that you're a coward. Phoenician. Am I saying this right? Phoenician? Am I saying this word right, Squirrel? Phoenician? I mean, I want to go down the politics road, I'll go down politics. I mean, I don't give a monkey's uncle. I'll sit here and talk about religion. I'll talk about politics. I'll talk about everything that people hate to talk about. And I tell you another thing, and this is no word of a lie. I am beginning to realise why people hate me. That's because I got a brain and I speak my fucking mind. Go figure. Come back with an answer. Yeah? I got a brain. Go figure. There are simple rules in life. One, don't piss me off. Two, when I speak, people got to listen. I am like the Donald Trump of YouTube. People hate me. One, I've exposed their asses for who they really are. And the rest of them can just go fuck off. You ever heard the saying, shove one's head up someone's ass that's up somebody else's fucking ass? So yeah, head, ass, head, ass. You wonder how that works out for people. Like ostriches. Instead of putting their heads in their own, in big massive clumps of sand dunes, they just do it to somebody's ass. It goes for politicians too, that's what they do. They don't put their hand in their own pockets, they put their hand in everybody else's. And their pockets are guy deep, by the way. Short arms. Long, deep pockets. So the only way that a politician's arms grow is when they dip themselves in somebody else's pocket that might be slightly shallower. To get their money easy. And it's true. They're robbing the poor to feed themselves. It's about time it fucking stopped. And the only way it's going to stop is if we stand together instead of hating and bitching and whining and moaning and just bulldoze Westminster. Get rid of it altogether. Why do we vote? I haven't voted since 2016. Was my last vote. Why? Because I wanted us to be with the EU. We'd be safer, a lot better, with the protection, but no. What happened? We got that well and truly taken away from us. Oh, and by the way, while I'm at it, the reason being it came back that we left Europe is so that the politicians who are still there, by the way, are still using offshore bank accounts. And we voted for them to keep them. Hey, Daisy May. Sorry, my chat froze. So why I hate it when my chat freezes. My subscriber is very low. Please help you. And you've got a wrench to connect to people, so when you go into people's live streams, you can get a wrench from their channel and grow. You changed your name. Parker. Long time no see. So yes. I have tried my damnedest. I have tried my best to make everybody happy, right? And I found out something. And I should have seen it coming about 2 years ago. This should have happened 2 years ago, right? And I'll be honest. To keep everybody happy was never gonna fucking happen. I should have just went my own way and did what I was going to do, and that was it. Instead of that, people have outlawed me as the worst person ever. Why? Because I exposed their asses. Their ass was plentifully chewed. And people are still blind. It's like the blind leading the blind. That's what I said. Somebody's ass is up somebody's head, and then that head is up somebody's ass. That's how it goes on YouTube. You either deal with people as normal human beings, or fuck off. Simple. Life is so easy. You do your own thing, you don't disturb anybody, and you just live happy. But I do that, and I have done that, and I still get crucified for it. Because I have never been anywhere on YouTube within the last 3 months, 4 months. I've been nowhere near YouTube. The only thing I've been on is my own live streams, sitting there doing my crossword puzzles to pass time. That's all I do. Pastime. And yet, that's still not good enough for people. And it'll never be good enough for anybody until they know that this channel that I can live stream on is well and truly disbanded, finished, finito, gonski. And then when I walk away from this channel that I'm talking to on just now, or through just now, once this channel dies and is eradicated for all time, there will be snippets of people who I think I can trust. There's people I know I do trust, because I trust a lot of people. But then how do they trust me? Loyalty comes into this. So, I speak my mind, and if you don't like it, leave. Simple as.
Right, Stuart, come on.
What?
Run.
What?
Run.
On you go.
No, you go, I'm the coach. You get going. Go. Are you up there anyway?
Not much.
Go on, push it.
So what's this training you're doing?
Cardio, mate.
Cardio.
Do me some of that, like.
Jockey. I've just done so. No. You've not seen my latest stuff I've done on YouTube, have you?
What have you been doing on YouTube?
No, I was working out on YouTube. No, honestly.
Are you?
Yeah, I think
right,
so.
okay. Pick that bit up.
Is that Taylor?
Aye.
Right, Jockey.
Right, catch you later, Stuart.
I should call you Rocky, one or two. You're that sort of both. My darling Wendy babe. Alright, what have we got here? Run. And he wants a coach. It's like a politician. Don't do as I do, do as I say. Time is 7:18. It would be 2:18 in Central, 3:18 in Eastern, 1:18 in Mountain Time, and on the West Coast it would be 12:18. Dog food. In fact, I wouldn't even give it to a dog. I'd be insulting a dog. No one is happy all the time, Stuart. It's not possible. I know, but this is what people want me to do. They want me to make everybody happy. I should have seen it coming. It was never going to work. Hey Angie, sweetheart, how's you? We appreciate the happy things because we all know the side. Yeah, exactly. I try and keep everybody happy to the best of my ability. I'm a happy guy. I mean, I just don't like people being robbed and lied to. That's where I draw the line. Prosperity. Prosper. The word prosper needs to happen. Right? The UK government need to realise this. When I say the UK government, I'm on about Westminster needs to realise this. We are built with prosperity, not austerity. None of this robbing the disabled to feed themselves. You leave the disabled people alone. You do not touch anything to do with them. That's rule number one. Rule number two. Under no circumstances do you meddle and tamper with people's pensions. It's about time that the pension tax was scrapped for all eternity. Infinity eternity. Pensioners should never have their pension taxed. I'd scrap that. And I would put a 10%, 20%, somewhere between 10 and 20% of tax for the highest, richest people that live here. If you go over £10 million, you get taxed 20%. Because you're still living off the interest that the bank's giving you. There you go. Hello, Martin. So yes, that's the way I look at things. Hello.
You're not talking to yourself then?
No. No. Oh, people think I talk to myself all the time, but I don't. But listen, Kerry, I'll be honest with you, right? If you want to talk to yourself, what you're doing is you're giving yourself expert advice.
Yeah, and it's always right.
Exactly.
Can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. Because if you have an argument with yourself,
Yeah.
then only your good side of you is going to win. Because they come to a conclusion where you know that you're talking truth,
Yeah.
and then you see people that are blatant liars and getting robbed blind.
Yeah, that's me.
So I've been having a discussion about Keir Starmer's resignation should happen straight away.
Okay. God, that looks really fine, doesn't it?
That's the best ones up there.
Grass-fed.
Grass-fed. I usually get that one.
Yeah, it's the only one I'm gonna get. 5% is the only one I normally get. It's funny because that's just a bit too small, but this one's just a bit too big. I always end up freezing like one portion.
And you cook the whole lot, and if you've got Doritos, sprinkle mints over Doritos, and you got yourself some sloppy joes. Eh?
Or just do chips with it.
Sloppy Joe tacos. Lovely. Well, Kathy, I got one thing. I know you hate the man, but give him a chance. He's just been in office since January. Just give him a chance. He's already tried. He's draining the swamp from the top first. So whatever package that you've got just now is going to be a lot better off. Trust me, it's coming. Just believe. Believe what the man's going to do. The only reason I like Donald Trump is because one, he's not a politician; he's a businessman. He'll do what's best for business, and I vouch for that. The one thing I do hate is that Zelensky is a rat, and I will maintain that truth. That truth is that Zelensky is a born rat. He went there into the Oval Office begging and pleading. For what purpose? Beyond the joke, how that all went down. I'm entitled to my opinions, and if my opinion states to be truthful, America has always been a business country, though. Every state deserves its own thing. You can't make America all one state. It doesn't work because you got laws that are in Texas that are different in, say, Michigan. Then Michigan's got a different different rules of state to what Minnesota has. And then if you go all the way down to like Georgia, different rules again. So you can't have all. America's a mess, right? It really is a mess because one, you can't have one without the other. To have America underneath one state is just ludicrous. You let every individual state look after itself. That's what needs to happen. I'm entitled to my opinion. Martine, honestly, it doesn't matter because, let's say it, I've already said it once before. I speak my mind. People don't like it. Tough. I'm sick and tired of sugarcoating things, butt hurting people, or people getting butt hurt over certain things. I'm entitled to have an opinion. When I know my opinion to be fact, that's when people got to work out. Anyway, let's think of chips. Oven chips. Hey, David. If I got an opinion on something, I'll make an opinion. But I know something's truthful, I will argue that fact. I told you once, I'll tell you again, I'm the voice of the voiceless. I will stand up for what I believe to be true. And when people are getting robbed blind, left, right, and centre, it's about time people like me stood up for them. Opinion on what? There's a lot of opinions here. But when I know something to be truthful, believe me. America, United States, whatever you want to believe it to be, needs to be governed by each and individual state. can't have it all under one government. It'll never work. And it's been proven to not work. So what do you do? Trust. Trust. Grito, see you live again. Yes. Because the reason being it impacts us. What happens across there impacts us. That's what happens. Hello, you two.
Hi.
How's you?
On the back.
Hello. Not bad.
Is Wendy doing?
She's still with us.
She's still Wendy.
She's still Wendy. Wendy's still Wendy. Nothing's going to change with Wendy.
I'm hearing you today.
Will that be like? What's the chances of winning the lottery?
Back here.
I've only. What's you spending all your pennies?
I'm only having an argument about how the politicians here are robbing us blind. And we've got to sit back and take it? Don't think so.
Go get phone.
What's your plan? What are you going to do about it?
Well, I've already said. We need to become bees. One bee, when it stings you, right, you can swap it away. But the thing is, when you get a swarm of bees, people run. Why do you think hornets get cooked alive by bees?
So, what's your plan?
Well, it's simple. We get together, we unite ourselves against them, and we vote them out. If you want to go down a voting system, we vote them out.
So, are you going for an election?
Do you want me to be a politician? Because I tell you one thing, I'm not a liar. That's one thing I'm not. I'm not a liar. I wouldn't get elected anyway because I'm not a liar.
Well, it's okay having opinions and thinking these things, but unless you're actually going to stand for office and go and make the change, nothing's ever
The
going to
whole
change.
thing needs to be reformed. It's not just a case of one thing. The whole, it's global. It's worldwide. It needs to change. It's not just a case of us.
You've got to start with one thing and then move from there.
Do you know what I'd love? Someone to be John Wick to go around every politician and just wipe them out.
But that's never going to be done.
But the thing is, who's at the head of the table? How far do you want? How far do you want to dig down into this? I mean, I'm just scratching the tip of an iceberg.
Come here. There's 12 pounds in the card.
12 pounds. You got
Me?
Okay, there's 12 pounds in the bank card.
Wow. It was a bit ill.
Are you?
just a wee bit.
Right. I'll be round later on to collect.
Debt collecting.
Want to pay up?
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
No problem, Brian. Thank you. And by the way, for anybody that says about a system, there is no system. There was never a system. System's broken beyond repair. So that doesn't work either. And as for what Magic Knight has said, Well, we won't be paying higher tariffs. I said if you put a tax on people who are richer, well, if they've got more than 10 million in the bank, you should be giving them a higher price to pay for tax. You tax them more than people who can't afford it. And that goes for every country. Because I know there is over quite a few people, well over 100,000 people in the UK that have got more than £10 million in their bank account, probably due to offshore accounts. You tax them more. That's how you pay a deficit off. Instead of that, what has Stammer done? Nothing. Gonna rip the soul out of the disabled people that need their benefits more than someone who's got over £10 million in the bank. Because you're living off your interest anyway. You are. Well, I'll tell you something. There's going to be three ways. There's going to be three things that are going to happen, right? Either Putin, right, and Trump have negotiation plans, right, that are going to benefit everything and everyone, or Asia, meaning China, is going to be the next world leaders, and the West will be lost. Everything that you wear, everything that's in your household, everything that you can possibly think of is made in China. Asia as a whole, and not just China, has got one big, massive economy through whatever purposes. What will happen? We will be surrendered to them lot, because that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to come to that. Well, I'm telling you, it's going to come to that. The Western Union, or Western General, is going to crumble. Just like my YouTube channel. Crumble. Hello, Auntie Betty. So, my empire of dirt on this channel will be literally no more. I will still use it until, like I said, once the other channel's up and going and running properly and smoothly, I will have to just contend with this one at the moment. Everything's leading to China. Right. Anyway, I am going to end it here. Don't know what's going to happen later on. If I do decide to do a puzzle, we'll see. But at the moment, I'm off ski. See you after.